Good afternoon. My name is Jacinta Parsons, and this is my better half, Lekan Parsons. And we wanted to share a little bit of a personal experience with aronia berries. A-R-O-N-I-A, because I know you're saying, what berries? They look very much like blueberries, but they're not. Very potent, high antioxidant berry that has a great deal of history in terms of the positive effects that it has for assisting the body with a lot of different things. Hypertension, diabetes, prostate, high blood pressure. I mean, the list goes on. We had the pleasure of meeting George Dobrin and his lovely wife Lucille, who introduced us to the product. We have been utilizing them. They advise 5 a day. So we have been taking 5 a day for maybe the last 3 weeks or so, 3 weeks. 2 weeks. And definitely feel a difference in terms of invigorating the body. I do have hypertension, so I can say without question that my blood pressure has reduced some in just this short period of time, 2 weeks. Also, one of the other great effects of the aronia berries is the reduction of pain in the body. Lekan's going to talk to you a little bit more about that ointment that they also make, but I will just share a little bit about my experience with that as well. I have always been someone who says that age is just a number. Don't get hung up on how old you are. That is a good thing. My shoulders and my knees don't necessarily agree. So I have for sure seen and felt a difference since using the ointment on my shoulders, elbow, and both knees. Now, I'm not standing here saying that I don't feel anything any longer, but for sure I have felt a decrease in the level of pain and sometimes instability that I feel in my knees. I've been able to lift my arm. That was a part of the shoulder and the elbow situation. There's some positions that I could not lift my arm as high or lift or carry something as heavy, that I have for sure felt a difference since starting to use the ointment. So here you are, unsolicited, uncommercialized, but true testimonial aronia berries.
My wife is so correct. I mean, as she mentioned, we've just been trying this about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, plus or minus, and it's pretty amazing. It's right in Google. You can just Google it. How do you spell it?
A-R-O-N-I-A.
Just Google it. It's great. I've been real honor and pleasure to meet George and his wife Lucille. They both are wonderful musicians. He's a pianist and arranger, producer, vocalist, arranger, and all that good stuff. His wife is an awesome vocalist, and she just has a magnificent voice. And there's a long story with the cream. I think they call it Zebulexx. And this particular Zebulexx also has the aronia berry included. When George first gave it to me, he gave us the earlier version of Zebulexx that did not have the aronia berry. It was good, right? It was good. So I'm a businessman. We're both business people, if you will. We're involved in a lot of things, right? And we do a lot of physical work. Basketball coach for over 25 years. Musician for over 40 years, if you will.
Caterer for over 30 years. On my feet.
Okay, community activist. So we're in the community. We're just moving all the time, doing lots and lots of things with lots of different people. And so we work out. We have to keep ourselves in shape, right? And as my wife said, we get these twinges. And for me, it was my Achilles, right? I've been 6 or 7 months. I mean, I push through pain. I know how to manage pain, but I'm out running a couple of miles, and sometimes I was hobbling. There were sometimes I would take off in the morning, and I get about a quarter of a mile and I have to stop. Or I'd probably run 3/4 of the first mile before my Achilles would kind of start calming down. So I tried the first Zebulexx that George gave me, and it was good. Maybe about 3 or 4 days, but my wife, being the food scientist, opened it up and said, honey, if this has the aronia berries in it, it should be a different color. So we called George up, and he said, oh, I gave you an earlier version. Come back down to my house, I'll give you the other one. So we went back down to his house, and we got this one. I put this on every morning. I was putting it on my Achilles, but I will tell you, I also did some research, and I found out, as they say, the head bone connected to the neck bone, connected to the shoulder bone. I figured out what other nerves, if you will, were connected to my Achilles. And I traced it up the side of my calf and behind my thigh here. And I found 2 great, they call them meridians or nerve tunnels.
Nerve bundles.
Nerve bundles, if you will. And so I started also putting the Zebulexx cream with the aronia berry on that, right? Wasn't sure if it was working. I'm being really quite honest with you, right? I was what's the word? Consistent, right? And faithful, and I just kept putting it on for about over a week and a half, and I thought, well, maybe I have to go a couple of months. Well, the other day, I woke up and I paid very close attention to my body. I'm that kind of guy. We don't do a lot of doctors. I do a body check in the morning, check every part. I jumped out of the bed, I'm moving around, and I said, my Achilles is not hurt. I mean, not at all, right? So wait a minute, you know. And me, I'm a tester guy. I'm bouncing around, I'm stamping my feet, I'm stamping this one. Walked into the kitchen, got my 5 berries, because I've been doing that as well with my wife, and got dressed for the gym. I had just run 2 miles the day before. I'm 63, so you know, we're not a marathoners, if you will, but we do our 2, 3, 4 miles, if you will. And I was going to do a mixed kind of cardio workout, maybe not running, but the way my Achilles was feeling, I'm like, I got to take this fella for a test drive, right? So I laced up, and I just, in my mind, you know, this whole mindset thing is pretty amazing, because I'm on my way to the gym, and I'm saying, I know my Achilles is going to start hurting any minute. This just couldn't be true, right? Got to the gym, I came out and, you know, get my core set up, and I'm not feeling anything. And I took off, and it was amazing. I mean, this is straight from the heart. I could not believe it. I felt like a horse just being let loose and just running on the grass. I felt like I could just run. I'm just like, holy Moses, you know. And I said, this sugar honey iced tea works, right? I mean, this works. This is 2 weeks in. Yes, we have to continue using it, you know. Yes, I can walk around. Maybe I feel a little twinge, you know. 2 weeks in, I'm like, I'm healed. This is going to work. So we are excited. I don't even think I've called George yet. This has been a couple of days, and I'm going to give him and his lovely wife a call. I am hoping, God willing, and even if not, it doesn't matter, but I'm hoping to help him spread the word on some level about the aronia berry and Zebulexx. It's been here forever and a day in this part of the country. It was moved out. You look at the history, but it's here. It's here now, and we're very, very excited. We're really happy. We're giving samples, and we're buying stuff for our friends and family. So if you get a chance, I mean, it's just, I'll go to his website.
And the website is?
I don't know. What is it?
The website is ZebMed.
ZebMed, yeah.
Right?
I think it's zebmed.org.com or zebulexx.com or zebulexx.org. Just Google them. They're gonna pop up, okay? But have yourself some aronia berry and the Zebulexx.
Order some. She'll ship it right away out to you, and you will not be disappointed.
Well, he's a sweetheart of a guy.
You can thank us later.
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you later.